Question number 3. It says a thin conducting ring is ruptured when it is given a charge q. Consider another thin conducting ring, radius of which is n times of the old one and tensile strength is k times to the former one. How much maximum charge can be given to the second ring without rupturing it? So it talks about the strength of the ring as well as the charge given on this. So let's consider this is a charged ring which is conducting in nature. So it has a charge q and its radius is r. Now you will find if you consider any element of charge over here, then there will be another element of the charge here. They will be repelling to each other. Their charges will be part of the q, we can call it as a dq, but they will be repelling. Moreover, the charge over here will also repel it. The charge over here will also going to repel it. So they will feel repulsive forces. So point is the ring is going to be in tensionized condition. And if we look the cross section of this ring, you will find there's going to be tension acting inside. If the charge ruptures at giving this charge q, this ring ruptures when the charge q is given to it, that means that tension that is going to act at this charge position is going to be the maximum strength that it can bear. That means it's going to be strength of the material, or we call it as a tensile strength. So if we try to find the tension in the string with this charge on the string distributed uniformly over here, so we can say this strength, which is going to be tensile strength of the initial ring, is going to be depend on the charge square of charge divided by square of radius. This is how it's going to depend upon. And how we are able to write this? We are simply because if you take any element of it, you will find the tension will be acting. These tensions will be balancing the Coulombic force. And we know this Coulombic force depends on the charge. So this some segment of charge is going to be there and the rest will be outside. So basically both will be the part of the Q. And also it depends on the separation square. So that separation will be dependent on the radius. So ultimately we can write in terms that T is proportional to Q square upon R square. In the second ring, what we are going to do is we are going to get the strength K times. So strength is KT. And that strength will be, let's say, capable of taking Q dash charge. So Q dash square divided by radius is now NR, so NR square. Now we can use these two relations and divide with them. So we can say 1 by K is going to be equal to N square Q square upon Q dash square. This will give us Q dash, which is going to be NQ under root K. Now this Q dash is the charge. If you supply to the ring, it will rupture. Second ring will rupture. We want the second ring not to be ruptured. That means the charge given to the second ring must be less than this number. So we can say not to rupture second ring, its charge should be less than Q dash. That means charge must be less than NQ root K. If you look option, then you will find B option matches perfectly. Hence, B will become the correct response. Thank you.